Hello, class. I'm Matthew Bodkins, and I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge my audience. Hello, audience at home. So welcome to my demonstration presentation. Due to recent events, if someone says the word pipe to me, first thing I think of is a sewer. Fortunately, for this presentation, plumbing has absolutely nothing to do with it. According to Chief Orville Lookinghorse of the Lakota Sioux, the 19th generation keeper of the sacred white buffalo calf prayer pipe, used for sending prayers to the Creator, the prayer pipe is the most sacred item for the ceremonies. Traditionally, it's called a chanupa. All other chanupas are extensions of his. If you are interested in Native American ceremonies, I think you'll find that learning to load the chanupa is simple. The chanupa is made of two parts, the bowl and the stem. I'll show you this other stem so that you can see the actual wood grain of it a little bit better. The first one I showed you was actually mine, and it's unfortunately covered for this demonstration primarily with buffalo hair for dramatic effect. This topic is important as over half of you have either attended at least one ceremony or asked about doing so, while the other half may simply find the topic interesting. According to Black Elk, a Lakota Sioux medicine and holy man, the chanupa came into existence from the white buffalo calf woman around the time Jesus was in the desert. Tobacco, or red willow bark, is what we used, not mind-altering substances. It's either smoked or puffed without inhaling. The smoke is actually the gift for the Creator for the prayers. It's not for us. If a person is sincere about attending the ceremonies, the most important aspect is respect for the chanupa, and knowing the ceremony cannot happen without it is highly important. The chanupa is loaded for 3 of the 7 primary sacred rites or ceremonies: purification, vision quest, and sundance. Knowing the different parts of it, how it goes together and when, and how to load it are important. If you've been honored by being asked to load another person's chanupa for them, or being gifted one, or even teaching another interested party, the following 3 things will help you. The chanupa is made of 2 parts, the bowl and the stem. According to Darwin Wallenberg, the 5th generation pipe maker who made mine, the bowls are mined from the Pipestone National Monument in Minnesota and hand-shaped. The stems are also handmade of California redwood like mine or another hardwood, and the hardwood, if it's a full stock, you can just drill a hole through it, or you can take 2 pieces of wood and put them together. Before connecting the bowl and stem, it's best to check for clogs. The best way to do this is to simply lift your stem up and blow through it. Take your bowl, do the same. If you detect there's something wrong, you could take a wire and put it into the stem or the bowl, and once you get the clog out, it makes a big difference. Lastly, you want to purify both the bowl and the stem in lit sage or flat cedar smoke. Once you understand that the chanupa is made of a bowl and stem, how they are cleaned out and smudged, knowing when to load them comes next. Timing is everything. You want to wait for everybody else to be ready to load, okay, including the prayer singer and the ceremonial leader. The pointed stem is moistened, so you'll have a snug fit when you put it into the bowl. You want to make sure that you have a leaf of sage next to you really close. And that way that when you're done loading the chanupa, it will actually go ahead and cover that tobacco both physically and spiritually. You want to hold the bowl securely, and the tobacco should be placed close to the body for easy access. The first small pinch should be readied. Being prepared to load the chanupa typically allows everyone to finish loading before the end of the prayer song. Once the bowl and stem are securely connected and everything is in place, it's time to load the Chinoopa after the leader announces Hoka or OK. Once the OK has been given, the loading prayer song will begin and it's time to start filling the bowl with tobacco. Hoka, Shar! You take the very first pinch, you point towards the direction of the west, and you'll make your prayer. Wankan Tonka Takashla, Creator God. Pray for good health and good help. That first pinch then goes into your bowl. You'll take your second pinch and reach towards the direction of the north, wherever you're sitting at. Say your prayer, put that into the bowl. Take your third pinch, point to the direction of the east. Say your prayer, and place that into the bowl. You take your fourth pinch, point to the direction of the south. Say your prayer, and load it in the Chinoopa. You take your fifth pinch, and you raise that up to Father Sky. Say your prayer, and put it in the bowl. Your sixth pinch will go to Mother Earth. You simply reach down, make contact with the ground, say your prayer, and load it into the bowl. Your seventh pinch goes to your heart. That represents Ishakwita, or your connection, your sacred connection between spirit and creator, or the universe. Say your prayer and put that into the bowl. You'll then go ahead and take your piece of sage, squish it up a little bit, place that on top of your tobacco, and that helps protect it physically and spiritually. Acknowledging every direction is a sign of respect while asking for the Creator's help. When finished with the 7 pinch, covering the bowl with the leaf to fit in the bowl helps protect the tobacco spiritually and physically. Hold the Chinoopa over your head, with one hand holding the bowl and the other holding the stem. Support holding this position while saying a thank you prayer, even if the Chinoopa loading song has ended, indicates that you are a humble human below the Creator while asking for help. Thank you, Shar. While at first hearing there are multiple ceremonies that Chinoopa is being used in, loading it seems to be a scary proposition. But the fact that it's loaded the same way every time helps relieve the pressure. Normally the Chinoopa is smoked after loading, but I've already asked for good pity while in demonstration mode. So I can go ahead and disconnect this. So again, if you're interested in following Native American spiritual ceremonies, you'll find that learning to load the Chinoopa is easy. Now you know the Chinoopa parts, why the timing of putting the bowl and the stem together is important, as well as why Chinoopa holders wait for the song to begin before filling the bowl with tobacco. If what I've shown you helps you feel more comfortable knowing how to load the Chinoopa, perhaps you'll be more inclined to ask for a ceremony yourself or join me in lodge. Please feel free to let me know. If you're interested in learning more about the other 2 ceremonies and how the Chinoopa is handled in them differently, I'll be here to assist. As a reminder, my teachings and demonstration may be slightly different from another, yet the core of knowledge remains the same. And by the way, if you're wondering about the colorful shirt that I'm wearing, it's a flag shirt worn during Sundance to honor the tree. Can you imagine the shirt I'd be wearing if I was demonstrating cleaning out a sewer pipe? I hope that this demonstration, that you got something out of it and it was at least enjoyable. With that, I'll say thank you.
You're welcome. I have no comment.